Chapter 1. The First Day of Grade 10. The sun was only just rising when Felicity Smith left her house that morning. The air was still cool and the streets were quiet, with only a few people rushing to work. She walked quickly, her school bag bouncing against her back. It was the first day of grade 10, and though she was excited, her heart felt heavy with nerves. Felicity was 16, with a gentle smile that seemed to brighten anyone's day. She lived with her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Her mother sold fruits and vegetables at the market, and her father worked far away most of the time, trying to make enough money to keep the family going. Life was not easy for them, but Felicity always tried to keep a positive spirit. Waiting for her at the corner of the street was Kevin Jackson. He was also 16, tall and cheerful, with a wide grin that made him popular with everyone at school. But Kevin only had eyes for Felicity. They had been together for 3 years, and even though they were still so young, people often said the two of them looked like they were made for each other. "Good morning, beautiful." His smile widened, and he leaned forward to kiss her cheek. Felicity blushed. "Good morning, Kevin." The way she looked at him made it clear that her feelings were just as deep. She had always believed that Kevin was her safe place, the person who truly loved her for who she was. They began walking toward school, holding hands. Along the way, they met Felicity's best friend, Tyla Murphy. Tyla was also 16 and had been close to Felicity since they were little girls. They used to spend almost every moment together, laughing, sharing secrets, and even dressing alike. But ever since Kevin came into Felicity's life, things had changed. Tyla felt like she was always second place now, and deep inside, jealousy grew. "Finally, grade 10, Tyla said, skipping a little as she joined them. "Can you believe it? We're getting older, and this is going to be our best year yet." Felicity laughed. "I know, right? I've been waiting for this moment." Kevin walked beside them quietly, just listening. He didn't speak much when the girls were together, but his soft smile showed how much he enjoyed being with Felicity. Tyla glanced at them, noticing how Kevin's hand held Felicity's tightly. A wave of envy hit her. She wanted to feel that kind of love too, the kind that made someone's eyes shine with happiness. But she didn't have it. No one looked at her the way Kevin looked at Felicity. By the time they reached the school gates, the grounds were buzzing with students. Everyone was talking about the new year, new classes, and the teachers. Just as they were about to go in, they bumped into James Jones. James was Kevin's closest friend. They had been in the same class for years and shared almost everything. James was also 16, with a serious but friendly look. He greeted them quickly, then walked alongside Kevin while the girls went ahead. "Bro, you don't know how lucky you are," James said, shaking his head as he looked at Kevin. 3 years and you're still with Felicity. Most guys can't even last 3 months. Kevin laughed. "Yeah, I know. She's special. I don't ever want to lose her." James nodded. "Just don't mess it up. Girls like her don't come around twice." The bell rang, and students rushed into their classrooms. The first lessons of the year began, but excitement still buzzed in the air. Everyone was adjusting, meeting new teachers, and whispering about what the year would bring. When break time came, Kevin naturally spent it with Felicity. Every day, that was his routine. They would sit under the tree at the far end of the schoolyard, talking and laughing while other students passed by. But that same week, something unusual happened. During one of the lessons, there were no teachers in class because of a staff meeting. Students cheered at the unexpected free time, talking loudly and playing around. That was when Dexter Blake walked in. Dexter was 17, older than most of them. He came from a wealthy family. His parents were successful business owners who often traveled abroad. He was tall, handsome, and carried himself with confidence, almost like he owned the school. Many students admired him, though everyone also knew he was a troublemaker. He strolled into Felicity and Tyla's classroom and jumped onto the teacher's desk, crossing his arms. "Boring, huh?
"No teacher, no rules," he announced loudly, earning a few laughs from his friends. Felicity rolled her eyes, already annoyed. She didn't like boys who caused scenes just to show off. Tyla, on the other hand, couldn't stop staring. She had always secretly admired Dexter. His looks, his style, his boldness, it all made her heart race, even if she knew he wasn't the best kind of guy. Before Dexter could say more, Miss Kendricks, their teacher, stormed into the room. She froze when she saw him sitting on her desk. "Dexter Blake, get down from there immediately. If I see this behavior again, I will call your parents myself." The class fell silent. Dexter jumped down slowly, pretending to salute her. "Yes, ma'am," he said with a smirk. Miss Kendricks sighed and shook her head. "Enough nonsense. Now listen carefully. I have an announcement. This year, there will be a school trip to Durban. 3 days, full of activities. It will be fun, but you must pay before the deadline." The students gasped with excitement. Durban, the beach, the city, the adventure, it sounded like the best trip ever. Everyone began whispering to their friends, already planning. James and Kevin heard the same news in their classroom. After school ended, Felicity, Kevin, Tyla, and James walked home together. Tyla couldn't stop talking.
"Oh my gosh, I can't wait for the Durban trip. We'll see the ocean, go shopping, maybe even stay in a fancy hotel," she squealed, her face glowing with excitement. Felicity smiled weakly. "Yeah, it does sound nice." But inside, her heart sank. She knew her parents couldn't afford it. Her father was still away, trying to earn money, and her mother barely made enough at the market to pay for school supplies. The trip fee was too high for them. James and Kevin didn't seem too interested in the trip. "I don't really care about it," James shrugged. Kevin squeezed Felicity's hand gently. "If you want to go, I'll be happy for you." But Felicity only smiled faintly, hiding her sadness. She didn't want Kevin to know the truth yet. That night, as she lay in bed, Felicity thought about the trip. She wanted to go more than anything, not just because of the fun, but because she didn't want to feel left out while all her friends shared memories she could never be part of. Still, she whispered to herself, "It's too much money. I'll just have to stay home." But little did Felicity know, the trip to Durban would change everything.